Now, everybody, welcome to the Second Chance show, the Second Chance Roundtable. Today, we're going to be talking about something very important. We're going to be talking about execution, the purpose of execution, and the ability for you to grow, not only to grow and to improve your results, but obviously to improve every single day on your routines, on your on growing within, to change this thing that is mindset. And obviously, the ability for you to grow is directly correlated, proportional to the ability of you to expand, to actually not only learn what you need to be learning, but to process results that you're getting from a different light, to process results from a light that not only you're going to see the person you are right now as you're getting results, and you don't process things as the habits and routines and the person you used to be. We see this all the time. People keep concentrating on the past and keep people concentrating on acting upon how they were before, even now that you have, the new results, the new body, and you feel always better and better, okay? So I'm going to draw some things down in a minute, but basically the purpose of execution or intent upon executing things is the one thing that is going to matter, okay? The one thing that only matters right now is right now in this present moment, okay? It doesn't matter what you're going to be doing tomorrow. Your tomorrow, your ability to actually get better tomorrow or next week or in a month, to make it more clearly and easy to understand, is the ability of you doing things better today. You improve today, you improve always today, you improve things today, you improve your routines, you go into the gym, you're eating better today, and then this is going to build up, this is going to add up to what you need to be in a month from now, in a year from now, okay? As I draw some things down, this is really what it looks like, okay? This is what it looks like for most people. You're here on the bottom, you wanna go on top, you get like now there is the new you lost a bunch of kilo, you look better, right? But then, as we see here, as you get better, you started off here, you were not so happy, now you're getting here, you're better, you look much better, your routines are better, you learn how to eat, you learn awareness in this program, you learn how to count your calories, you learn that all this crazy stuff that you see, like the post that somebody put out there today, that you lose fat with any weird things possible in the world. And then like you face with new challenges, okay? It looks kind of almost like counterproductive, but you will see, and I'm here to actually testimony that you will face a lot of new challenges, not only from you, because by nature, by you getting there, you have to be facing new challenges, okay? You have to work out more, you have to eat better, you have to be more present in your time, you have to get better, you're going to snap with people sometimes because, you're going to be very stressed. You probably snap easier with your partner, with your friends. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of problems, okay? And with things changing into our system today, we always get exposed to new things. If you're dealing with these problems with the mind that you have over here, you will see that as soon as you got the results, you probably lose it as well. Okay, so what do you need to do in order to dealing with this thing? How do you improve this? How do you get better? I said it multiple times. We're talking about routines here. About creating space, and I still and I like it a lot because I get always less and less this thing. I always get, those of you that obviously know me, have been here for a while. I don't like excuses, right? So I don't like people telling me they don't have time. Okay, because when they say you don't have time, is simply say that you kind of prioritizing something else, right? And basically, the only way that you building a better mindset, the only way that you're building routines better, is actually creating a frame around yourself. You need to create a frame, and I'm gonna show you here what I mean. A frame around yourself, which is basically this, right? Around yourself to protect you from the problems that over here is going to be full of problems. Over here is going to be full of problems from other people, from friends, from family, from this. You need to create yourself a frame, and I do that by saying, like, a frame is almost like a shield around you that you kind of like protected with that. And I do that, I said it multiple times, create space for yourself. Okay, create space, and I mean like meditate, stay in the bed 20 minutes early, wake up 20 minutes early, stay in the bed, create a frame for yourself, create something that you can actually, think what's, celebrate what happened, in the last 6 weeks, right? You're here. Most of you came into this program not getting results anywhere. They try every single stuff under the sun, no results. You come in here for 6 weeks, you're getting results. It's time to celebrate. It's not time to want more. It's not time to say every single week I want the results. It's time for you to celebrate. It's time for you to actually get better. It's time for you to say, I was 6 weeks ago, I wouldn't even know how to get results. I wouldn't even know how to eat, right? Now I can celebrate that. It's not time for me to deal with more problems, right? Because if you don't do that, this is the space for you to be able to expand. Okay, so if you expand every single day, you want to be able to expand like the total amount of your frame that you actually built, right? But you're not going to be able to expand like that like in a week. It's going to take time. So you want to be creating space. You're going to expand until here, and then until here, and then until here. And every day you're going to expand. Every day you're going to put this frame. And why are you putting this frame? Because otherwise you would have chaos. Otherwise you will start dealing with, you're scrolling on Facebook, you see this new diet, right? And you're asking yourself, oh my God, maybe what I'm doing is not so right. Maybe this I can get a results faster, right? Then you're scrolling again, and they talk you get a friends. You talk with a friend, and they say, try this new workout, try this thing, maybe it's gonna be faster, right? And you keep going, and then you get exposed to your family. Maybe if you have kids, a lot of you are moms. They get exposed to the kid is sick. I have to go to vacation. I have to do this. I have to do that. And then the work. Some of you get announcement that maybe you're not gonna work there anymore, or maybe there is so many problems that are gonna hit this frame. Like if you're unprotected by this, you're fucked, because then something that you don't expect is gonna happen, and then the health is gonna take a backseat, like it was taking 6, 12, 20 weeks ago for some of you. Okay, because there are gonna be people that don't know what to do, and they're here that I give them the way and they know what to do. There are people that they already know what to do. They don't know the tactic, but they know they have to eat clean. They know they have to exercise, and yet they don't build habits. They don't build routine. They don't build a frame. And they say, stuff like, "Oh, I'm stressed. I have anxiety. I don't have time." And those for me, I equal as excuses. And I'm gonna tell you in a bit why, in my opinion, they're excuses. You want to be able to build a frame, and why is I said it in one of my live videos this week, and I say, I end up working less, but I end up working more effectively. And this should happen to you too. When it comes to health, when it comes to fitness, you should work out less in the future. You should just get better. I see Suzanne here. Suzanne is an amazing example. Like when you learn how to work out in the gym, well, I see also Lorna here, and is also an amazing example. And I'm not saying I'm not touching on everybody, but I'm not saying these two people I mentioned are very advanced. They already almost I want to say almost at maintenance, and they can testimony that for themselves. As you get better in the gym, 3 times a week is enough, right? But you can always get better in the session. You can always get better in the reps. You can always get better in the rest time. You can always get better and better, and you can always improve. But in order for you to improve, you need to get there intentionally. You need to get this 45 minutes in the gym. You need to think about the gym. You don't need to be in the phone. You don't need to be doing something else. You don't need to watch people around you. You don't need to see people commenting about you. So it's the intention is the one thing important. And I touched before about if you don't do that, what's going to happen. It happens, this thing that I'm putting here, and this is basically how most people live. Most people live in this no man's land. Most people live in this idea that, and again, not for your fault, for the fault of the marketplace. That you live like this. You live with so many questions on yourself. You try something for about 6 weeks, maybe 12 weeks, if you're lucky, if you're worse. And then you get some questions like, how is it that I don't progress? And you start asking yourself this unanswered question, maybe I didn't eat right. Maybe this diet is not for me. Some of you plateau for about 2 weeks, and you ask me and you tell me, oh, I think I'm not doing something right. And you get stress, and you start building this idea that, things are almost supposed to happen almost every week, right? The problem that messes people up is unanswered question. You know, the unanswered question creates stress, creates anxiety, creates something that is not tangible, but what it creates the most is for you stopping or not taking action in the first place. Because you know why? Because you don't care so much anymore. Because like you're still running on this thing that is called motivation. And you know, the thing that tends to happen next, it's really overwhelm, chaos, right? And when it happens, some of you, it happens in this path that we have. All I said, you know, we usually tend to investigate, we see what happens, and then we create. You know, I try to see if it's a strategy problems or if it's a routine problems. You know, 90% of the time is going to be a routine problems. And again, I can change the strategy for you. I will not be able to motivate you on getting a routine unless you understand what that means. And you know, so funny because people understand very easy when I say go 1500 calorie, 1800 calorie. But when I say make space for yourself, you either don't know what it means or you won't do it. Because you think, and again, it's not for your fault, that it's not important. You think that it's not something I have to do, right? If you try to do that for a week, you're gonna see how important that is. You're gonna see how effective that is into your life. Okay, and basically, what I mean by creating space or creating, you know, this plan, these routines. The question is, do you have a plan? Do you actually have a plan? I see, you know, Helena here, you know, she always plans, she always put up her plan. Lorna, I see she a few times planning. Do you plan to actually make the plan? Do you execute in the plan? Do you just plan because Jerry told you to plan this week and you just do it? You scratch it off like you do if I tell you go 3 times in a gym, you do that? Or you actually plan because you want plan, no? Because like, right now, you know, it's gonna be, you might tell me, Jerry, I don't need that. I mean, like, I don't need really to plan. I have time. And I say, cool. So as you get more problems, like you're gonna need to, this is gonna become almost a need. You're asking several times yourself why, I don't know if you're asking yourself, but you're probably aware there are people, very successful people in the world, you know, like celebrities, like outliers, like, you know, like managers, like executive, like people that, or people just that you know that they seem to be get so many things done, right, in a very short amount of time. And then you say to yourself, these people are outliers. Like these people, you know, they can do it, but you know, they can do it because, right? You say they can do it because of this and this and this, but I'm not going to be able to do it, right? And this is exactly what, you know, the main problem is, because like you're not creating routines, right? You're not making this thing effectively. I said it many times. I said it on a live. Put building blocks. Building blocks. Start with 2 blocks of 30 minutes in a day. 2 blocks, 30 minutes is an hour a day, right? This hour a day from 10 to 11 p.m., from 1 to 2 p.m. This block, 30 minutes block, right? Start with 2. If you start with 4 or 5, you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to get very, very overwhelmed about everything. These 2 blocks every day is going to be dedicated to your health. It's going to be dedicated to you. It's going to be dedicated to make results happen. You're going to be dedicated that in these building blocks, you're not going to fuck up whatever you said that you're going to do. You're not going to say you're going to plan and then you're not going to plan. You're not going to say you're going to go to the gym and then you're not. You're going to go to the gym, you're going to be intentional. You're going to do it every single day. 2 building blocks every single day. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for the gym. While building blocks is taken, you scratch it off. And then you do it. You really do it. You're not just telling me you do, and you do it. And you're not doing it because I'm telling you. You do it because you feel like you need. Because if you don't feel like you need it, you don't have to do it. Okay? So all this building block, I want you to include several things. I actually wrote this thing down. It's very important for you to actually execute with intent. You're gonna plan. You're gonna do your assessment in this building block every week. You know that you have the check-in. You're going to take your picture, not every week the picture, but the measurements. You're going to check yourself on the mirror. You're going to see how you improve. 1 building block in the morning, right? 1 building block is for making space for yourself. Wake up 30 minutes. If you know that you have to be at work at 8 a.m., you wake up 30 minutes before. If you work for yourself, if you have a company, if you're a mom, you wake up the regular time that you wake up, but you're going to really take 30 minutes for you. That's it. 30, no excuse, because then these 30 minutes, you're going to do nothing but think, go for a walk, drink a coffee, shut off your phone, don't look anything on Facebook for the next 30 minutes, and you really think, who the hell I am right now? Why am I here? How did I progress? And where do I need to go? That's it. That's very, very important. If you don't do that, you try to do that for about a week and tell me what happened, tell me the difference, okay? Because now I'm going to tell you why people don't get results. And this is like, don't get results all the time. I'm not talking about people in here, I'm talking about people in general. Because I said it in my life, if you are here and there is no by chance that 90% of the people here getting results. It's not by chance. It's because you choose to be here. It's because you chose to execute, and it's because at a degree that you chose, and some of you chosen for more, some of you are still struggling a little bit. And this is for not the people here today, not for the other people that are not here today, but for the people that mostly just started, that are still thinking on the kind of like the shiny object, right? The people that are here and get successful, which is about 90%, is because you're choosing to do it. And you're choosing to do it because we give you a strategy, but you're choosing to do the work every day. You're choosing you're acting upon intention every day. And even if it's not perfect, you're doing it every day. And the person you are in a month, in a year, in 2 years from now, is the addition to every day you see. That every day, the thing that you do. Also, this is also me telling you, the person you were before starting this, and this is so funny to me because like I get tons of people phone every day, every month. I talk to a lot of people, and I get this, and some of them, I know I am like 20 kilo overweight, and it's like, how long did you take? It's like, no, it took 2 months, and it's like, no, it's not 2 months. It's more like 2 years, and you messed up constantly for 2 years. It means that you need to have awareness of what you did, right? I mean, I see Marisa here. Marisa, look at how fast you're getting results now. Like in about 8 weeks, right? Like, and Marisa, she's not one of the people I'm talking about. I know Marisa, she's very intentional. She told me, I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna show you, and she's doing it. But don't deceive yourself. Don't tell me, oh, it's because I took a medicine, I'm like that. Oh, it's because no, you're like that because you messed up. You chose to be there for 2 years. You never change. Like, and talking about now in general, right? And people will fail all the time because they are never present on a present moment. They're never here. They're never here. They're never where they need to be on the present moment. They're always how they were before. They're always focused how they're going to be in a month, and they don't focus what they can do in the next 30 minutes. They don't focus what are you going to be doing in the next 30 minutes. What do you need to be, what you need to actually do in the next 30 minutes, okay? So this is why people don't get results. You need to be in actual moment. You need to act with intent. If you're really gonna go, if you're gonna go to the gym, if you have to go to the gym, go to the gym and act with intent. If you're gonna plan to be with your partner or with your friends, act with intent. Don't be dinner, with your partner, shutting off, like watching your phone, like just really do it. And I'm telling you this because if you don't do this, and if this is almost like, I have to do this because I have to scratch it off. I go to the gym, but I'm playing with my phone. I'm in, dinner with this person, but I'm looking at my phone at the same time. I'm looking around. I'm daydreaming, whatever the case might be. You're never intentional. And if the time that you spend, like with this person, with the gym, prepping your meal, whatever that is never intentional. And then you feel like you need time off. But since you're so guilty about the fact that maybe even you don't see so many fast results, you don't want to give yourself time off. And then you say you don't have time. Okay? And basically it comes down to you not being intentional. The time that you should take off, you never unplugged, right? I saw a comment by Lorna earlier today, she said to Georgia, when you're in vacation, unplug. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be, like unplug almost completely, because like you need to cherish the time that you actually give yourself. It's like your time off, you need to take it once a week, whatever that is, and really act with intention, and you're going to find out that the process, you're going to love the process. The time that you have to work is always less, okay? Because you be more effectively and you're producing more and you're getting more results, whether or not it's from your business, from the health, from the food, right? You get 30 minutes block. This 30 minutes block 2 times a day has to be for all the days. You block half an hour. If you don't know what to do in these 30 minutes, go back and watch one of the videos in here. Okay, this way you can be more clear of everything, of anything that you might not be clear. And of course, this takes me to the last part, the part that, I said that I touched upon before. You see a lot of people succeeding, right? You see other people succeeding, being very clear, understanding where they need to go, and, producing a lot, not only money, but producing, really making a difference, in many things. And they, you'll see them, as celebrities, athletes, whatever, the case might be. And you're asking yourself, and how can it be, those are called outliers, right? But how can it be there is only 20% and 80% of the rest of the world is on the other side, right? And it comes down to, people not being intentional. Really, unfortunately, it's like not being intentional on the moment, not blocking their time, not planning, not executing with intent on the plan. And obviously, it comes down to that being a problem. It comes really that being a problem. And it's like you will not be where you need to be in a year from now if you don't think about today, think about tomorrow, think about the day after. And again, the reason being because you need to compare today with tomorrow, with another day, with the end of the week. You need to compare everything, and you need to understand the daily work. How can I get better? How can I get my session better? How can I get my time management better? How can I get my productivity better, right? How can I get the time with my family better? Because we get it all the time. We get to see people, fortunately enough, not so much in this group, but you see people all the time. Divorce rate is 50%. And like, how is it that people cannot communicate it in a world that is full with communication? How is it that you're not intentional with the time? That's about it. And the revelation came out to me the other day, and so funny. Once somebody asked me about it. Jerry, like, your content is great. Why you keep putting out so much free content to people? You keep blasting a lot of things you have in the program, but you send it out to people, and how the people that are going to be in the program going to feel. And I made like a huge revelation, because as I said many times, if it was so easy to get results just by free stuff, you could literally go on anywhere, like in Google, on YouTube, anywhere, like you would get things. People will just get so long with information. People will just go so long. People will just try this thing, but people will fail after so long, not because the information, the diet, the exercise, but because the inability to deal with pain, the inability to deal with routines, the inability to get better, the inability to be certain about the path that they're in. Either because something comes around, either because something happens unexpected, and people will not deal with their pain, and people will not believe in themselves. People will not believe that they can do it. So they go out, they look for a quick fix because they want to pay somebody to believe in them. And this is the truth, unfortunately. People will not believe, and this is the only time that people will not succeed. So the fact that you're here, I'm really, really, happy of what I'm seeing here. Today we don't get such a big turn-up rate, but I'm so happy of the results we're getting in this program, because it's amazing how in I want to say in less than a year we changed 300 lives already. So that's pretty cool. And we have currently about 70 people strong in here, like rolling over, and every time getting results consistently. So you're in for a great journey. You're actually getting better every single day. The next step, really build a frame around yourself, build every single day, just get better and be more intentional. If you're really going to say something, just do it, right? Like the code said, and that you're going to see almost all the time that you're going to get paid back from your results. Okay. Girls, I want to open up some microphones here. The presentation for today is done. I'm going to open up some microphone. Anybody wants to say anything about that? And then I'm going to log in case that somebody has a quick question about the hot seats. It should be a little bit shorter than usual. But yes, we're still going to have our hot seats. So anybody wants to talk, everybody, like, give me either raise your hand or you can, I cannot see everybody for some reason. Just send me a message here on the chat, or raise your hand if you have anybody wants to say anything about it. Elena, welcome back. You have to.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, it's it's me who is talking at the beginning usually, so I was waiting a little bit if somebody wants to add something. So, Jerry, I agree with you 100 times that we have to plan. But sometimes, as I'm professional planner, let's say, of my life, I don't plan. I stop to plan things which I enjoy. Definitely, I'm not planning them because I realized at some moment that I started to do the things as a plan. And I have some periods when I live without plan. So like Christmas period 1 month, or during summer 2 months, I live following my habits and feelings. So it's also good to have some period of release without any planning. That's the first point. And second point, before we start to try to change something, it's good first to notice what's going on. And at the moment when we notice and realize that, example, we discuss about business trips during our conversation. I repeated many times business trips. Afterwards, when you told me, look, you repeat all the time the same word, and I noticed. So as soon as I realize that it can be some past which maybe I'm afraid to face, afterwards it's gone. I'm fine. I can go now to business trip. But first it's about realization. And sometimes we are not able to see it by ourselves. So, and it's good to listen other people what they think about it. So it's the first step to do. And then I was struggling during the morning to wake up as well. And I was fighting with this the last year, I guess. And at the end of the day, in the morning, the most important thing is motivation. Yeah. And now I have a huge motivation to have workout in the mornings. And I understood that there is specific routine in the morning, which I like to keep. It's my time. It's my routine. And I just will wake up earlier, do my routine and go to gym. And it works perfectly. But only now, after a year of trials, I'm capable to wake up in the morning, and I'm doing it already a second week, and I feel good with it, you know. So it's good to understand ourselves always, not to fight too much. But when we do what we like to do, we don't need any fights. We just don't need it. We start to change our environment, people with whom we talk. We start to change our habits, routine, but it comes naturally. But the first thing is to realize what's going on and to have motivation to become better.
Yeah, agree, 100%. It's I'm gonna share what you told me on that call that we have, me and you. You do something very, very intentional, and I like the way you do it too. Like, this is not like everybody does it differently, but I like the fact that you said, you know, instead of doing a transition week every 6 weeks, right? Which again, here we do a transition week every 6 weeks to give your body a break. And the transition week, it really should be about almost 2 weeks, right? I keep it like a week to 10 days maximum, for the simple fact that, you know, people will get bored. And obviously I know that you want to learn something new, you want to proceed. But I like the way you do, because you almost do like every 4 weeks. You go very intentional for a week, and then you deload. You say, you know, I'm going to do a little bit less. I'm going to take it kind of like chill, and I'm going to maintain what I learned in these 3 weeks. Both on learning, on planning, on also executing the workouts. I like that approach a lot too, you know, and this is something that I know that you come from a very high background of, you know, business and finance, and like kind of like, you know, a trading. So it's a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure. And this is kind of cool, you know, you give yourself, it's like almost like you plug into work, and then like you unplug for about a week. And that's excellent. You know, if a lot of other people want to do it this way, I want to say that's an excellent thing as well, because a lot of people do need that time, you know. And I'm going to tell you, if you do that, if you unplug, if you go, I'm going to use another example. If people work out 5 times a week and then they tell me they don't get results, or they don't need a day off, is because you're not working hard enough. Okay, so you don't feel justified to have a day off. Okay, if you work hard, whether or not it's to plan with your family, with everything, to work out, to eat well, and then you kind of like unplug because you need that day off. you need a day off and you need a week off. And then you plug back in. You're almost justified. You see how more intentional you are with your time? You're intentional. You know, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. Right? So this is, I thought I shared it because it's actually pretty cool. You know, when you told me, it's like, yeah. And again, I told you, Elena, like you really surprise me almost like every week more. You know, you comment, you go live, you come out with ideas, and this is what we need. You know, and for those of you that are still, we got about 7 minutes left, but for those of you that didn't come today, you're gonna see a replay, hopefully. I want a show up ratio at least 20 people minimum every time. We got about 11 today. Some of you that are watching are justified because I know you texted me before. But again, I'm talking and not talking about the people that are always here. I'm not talking about Georgia, Ire, Laura, she's always here. I'm not talking about the people that are, forget if I'm, you know, forgetting a few of you, but I'm talking about the new people, the people just starting. This is a habit. This is something you have to come to. This is something that you need, not because you paid, but because you have to pay attention. It's because you come in here with this idea that there is something fixing your problems, okay? Including diets, including workouts. You will not go far if you just look at this site, if you just look at my videos, and then you just do this. You need to build habits. And you don't build habits, you need to learn this material, you need to come and interact like Elena she's doing, like everybody is doing. Because if you don't do that, if you don't make this a habit, so you cannot come on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, and I'm doing it all the time, different days, because I want everybody to have a chance. But if you don't come to these things, okay, it means that you don't even like plan to execute 30 minutes of time. This is a block. This is 35 minutes. This is a block. If you don't block this off for your mindset, how are you gonna tell me that you're gonna wake up earlier to go to the gym? Especially how not only you're gonna tell me, but how you're actually gonna do it. Okay, so it's something that needs to happen. Like this thing is to build up your mindset, so you don't have to run on motivation, but you run on habits. It's like brushing your teeth. The first time it sucked. It's something like how stupid that is, and now you do it every day, multiple times a day, because it's something that you need to do. It's a pattern. Okay, so training your mind, training the muscle that is your brain, is as important as training your muscles and getting all that. I'm gonna get a bunch of questions. I know, about, what do I need to change? And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna start answering in a way. Show up to these things because it's here that if it makes any sense, the modification of your diets, that's good enough. But for sure, there is 10 things you didn't do this week that you should have done. That's why you didn't produce this week the results that you needed to produce. So in other words, the take-home message is produce next week better than produce this week. Get better tomorrow, better than today, in every single thing, and build blocks around your time so you can plan, so you can be intentional. What's going to happen by nature? You're going to get more intentional with the work, and this work is going to get better. This gym session is going to get better. This food prep is going to get better. You understanding how these apps work is going to get better. Okay, and again, this is just a small message for everybody. We got about 4 minutes left. Then I'm going to unplug and I'm going to plug back in if anybody needs some advice in terms of hot seat or anything. Anybody else want to say something? Yeah, we got Hannah. We're gonna have you say something, and then Mimi, we're gonna say when we come back. We got 4 minutes. If you do 2 and 2, it's gonna be enough.
Really quick. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm flying out for 3 days for work, and what I've realized is really I just have to plan my home time or my time like I do at work, because at work I have my calendar and everything, all my meetings are booked, and where I'm traveling is all booked and done. And basically what I've now done is I incorporate these meetings, like the round table meetings and things like that. I put them into a calendar, and I have a personal, and you can just plan it in that way. And so before, I'm going to do a video while I'm away, but I've planned things like check the hotel has a gym so that I know that I'll be able to carry on doing workouts, and look at the the workout videos on my work laptop. I can just join the website and get onto the videos and do those in my room if I don't have time to do it any other time, and just set the alarm half an hour or an hour earlier, do the workout in my room, then get up and ready for the day. And it's just about treating my own time like I would treat my time at work, so that I know what I should be doing.
100%. It's like it's a simple, like you nailed it 100%, Anna. And you know, see, Anna, you're not getting results by chance. Look at what you did, like in 7 weeks, and like it's amazing. The body change, your body reacts well, but it's all these things you just said. If you want to find an excuse, you will find it. And in general, right? If people want to find it, they will find it. If you want to be intentional, if you want to do whatever it takes, you know, like I said on my video, you're gonna do whatever it takes. You're gonna get results, and the results come at the speed of the speed of light. In your case, like super fast, just because you did what it takes. And that's you know, we're all very proud of what you did here. Yeah, very good. Mimi, we got 2 minutes. Just you can say something, and if you need, it's more like a question, I can answer to you when we come back. I cannot hear. I think you need to unmute yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
We got less than a minute.
No, it's very quick. It's just about the intent. I do everything with intent now. I switch off, I log out of Facebook or any of the social media during work time, during my workout time, during my walking, just so I can really focus on what I do at the time. Same at work. I can focus on work while I'm at work, and then everything is a lot more focused, and then I can, plan it a lot better. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Very good. I'm very proud of all of you, girls, ladies. Thank you for coming in today. We're gonna finish the roundtable. We have about 25 more minutes. If you wanna say anything, I'm gonna log back again. If not, thank you for watching. And those of you that didn't watch, please comment below and actually do some work and let me know what is your insights of what you learned today, and how do you plan and how do you block your time in the day. Take care, and thank you so much.